Tina Lawson chatted with the Washington Post yesterday. We are slowly learning more and more about what inspired Beyonce to create Black is King. Tina Lawson chatted with the Washington Post yesterday and revealed it was after a meeting with Disney a couple years ago when they were discussing Beyonce's role in the Lion King remake that they became inspired to tell the true African story.
I remember having a conversation with her and also with the music director who shared that on the first time around that a Black man is one of the top songs of the movie, and that he was given money but not the credit for it. And it just really angered her because it's the same old story. And I remember that day leaving that studio and her saying, I'm going to create a film that's going to be, a collection of my videos, but I'm going to tell the real story of what happened and show Africa in its regalness and its beauty, because we weren't always slaves. Everything basically started there in Africa. The first person was in Africa. So this has been a real labor of love for her. It took her a year and a half of blood, sweat, and tears to do it. And there was some controversy. There was some controversy about, people saying they only saw a 30-second trailer and they decided that she was appropriating culture. My question is, how do you appropriate the culture when you are the culture? You are Black. So how are you stealing it? That's not what we do. We can't steal from each other. That happened since the beginning of the time in our life.
Okay, so the songwriter Tina is talking about is Solomon Linda, the South African composer who had a part in writing The Lion Sleeps Tonight, which was included in the original Lion King. He didn't receive credit from Disney.
So that inspired her to tell a true African story using African creators, and she included Solomon's original composition, Mabube, in Black is King, and not The Lion Sleeps Tonight, which means Solomon's families get the sole royalties.
Wow. It's your girl, Aniya A, and I am super excited to share my thoughts tonight in regards to the show I just had on the Aniya A show. First of all, welcome. I love the fact that, real quick, I'm getting numbers on YouTube. Like, honestly, I didn't think that was going to be a thing, but I must say, YouTube, you're slowly but surely doing your little thing. And, on the Aniya A show platform on Facebook and Instagram, I do get love there. But to see sometimes you guys do watch me and support me on YouTube makes me feel good. Who would have thought this girl would be like doing this right now anyway? Oh, well, we're in quarantine pandemic mode still. So I got to get creative and make things happen, irregardless of the present times we're in. So anyway, it's good to see you guys again. Love, and kisses. Why did I just play that interview, you're wondering? I wonder. Okay, let me tell you. Right before the Aniya A show came on tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I got the revelation that I should talk about Black is King tonight. And the reason being is because Black is King, by Beyonce and the Beehive and Bay and B and whatever else you want to call her, Queen Bee, King Bee at this point. Listen, it's like a thing. Everybody's talking about it. There's so many different controversial subjects around it. There's like so much going on about Black is King. And tonight, what happened was, like, I wasn't going to honestly talk about it. I was literally not going to talk about it because I was like, so many people are already discussing it. Who needs my thoughts? Well, what happened tonight was I got revelation that what Beyonce did for this South African family and for Solomon Popoli, Linda, is extremely beautiful. And I'm so excited because Beyonce did not let Disney and anybody else cheat a black man out of their royalties and out of the monies that should be going to them. Interestingly enough, when I first heard the interview with Tina Knowles that I just played, I only played a few moments actually because it's like a 7-minute interview. But when I first heard it, one of the things that happened was I realized that that song that Beyonce is referring to, that song is like literally from The Lion Sleeps Tonight. But I feel like I've heard it in another place. I feel like I heard it also in, where do you guys think? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Yeah, that's right. Coming to America. Anyway, I feel like that song was a part of Coming to America. I know because I love Coming to America with a whole passion. And so tonight, what I'm going to do is I won't be able to go to sleep until I learn more about this beautiful man. And I'm going to research him more. Solomon Popoli Linda, also known as Solomon Nestelli. You know, with these African names, we have to, play around with them a little bit. But either way, the song that we're referring to is The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And even though the family, I believe, or his legacy, got some coins for the utilization of the song, Beyonce went a step further. So tonight I did the whole show in regards to the Black is King, most talked about, crucial subject right now, debacle. But I don't even want to say it's a debacle because I feel like Black is King is setting off a lot of sparks because people are starting to understand that there is going to be controversy surrounding positive Black images. Now, what's interesting to me is we as a community and as a people, sometimes we portray ourselves negatively. And I don't want to say sometimes, like a lot of times. But as you guys know, Aniya A is not here for that. I am here for positive Black images. I'm here for educating our young people, helping our young people feel like they are a part of greatness, that they can and will be great, that they don't have to stop at anything. They can fight until they get what the hell they want. Okay, these are the things that Aniya A pushes as agendas. And I'm just so happy that finally somebody besides Aniya A gets it. I mean, seriously, I'm so excited about this. So with that being said, I'm so happy that, a lot of people get it when it comes to Black is King. And for those that don't get it, screw them. Now, one of the things that I have a very big issue about, and this is why I'm constantly working towards bringing our people together, I feel like the African community is not very happy with Beyonce because they feel like it's appropriation. Like Tina said, it would be one thing if Beyonce was German or she was a Jenner or a Kardashian or whatever, but she's not. She's a whole Black Creole woman. Granted, she's super light-skinned, but it doesn't matter. There's light-skinned people in Africa. Look at Van Vicker. Look at my new love interest from, Ghana or whatever the hell, Nigeria, who's really light. But we also have dark, people and stuff. If you're melanated, stop acting crazy right now. Beyonce is doing it for the people. Did you not hear what she did for the people, like the Linda family? Let me share a little bit about Mr. Solomon Popoli Linda. And look at this behind my phone. Power to the people. It says Solomon Linda on Wikipedia. He was born on, I want to say, they don't have the date actually when he was born, but he was born in 1909. I mean, that was a long time ago, okay? And he died on the 8th of September, 1962. This man was so before his time. It says also known as, again, Solomon Nestelli or whatever, Stelli. Linda was his clan name. Was a South African musician, singer, and composer, best known as a composer of the song Mambube, which later became the popular music success The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and gave its name to the Mbumbe style of. Now, y'all know I can't pronounce this, right? Isikatamaya a cappella, later popularized by Lady Smith Black Mambazo. Now, it goes on to say, I'm just going to read a little snippet for you guys because this is so intriguing and so amazing. Can you bear with me? I think you can. Thanks. In his early years, it says Solomon Popoli Linda was born near Pomeroy on the labor reserve Msinga, Yuma District Municipality in Ladysmith in Natal, where he was familiar with the traditions of Amahubo and Izin Goma Zamshado. Wedding songs. Okay, they could have just said wedding songs. And it said music. He attended the Gordon Memorial Mission School, where he learned about Western musical culture, hymns, and participated in choir contests. Influenced by the new syncopated music that had been introduced into South Africa from the US from the 1880s, he included it in the Zulu songs he and his friends sang at weddings and feasts. In 1931, Linda, like many other young African men at the time, left his homestead to find menial work in Johannesburg, by then a sprawling gold mining town with a great demand for cheap labor. He worked in the Mai furniture shop on Small Street and sang in a choir known as the Evening Birds, managed by his uncles Solomon and Aman Madando, and which disbanded in 1933. Linda found employment at Johannesburg Carlton Hotel and started a new group that retained the name, and it was Evening Birds. The members of the group were Solomon Linda soprano, Gilbert Madando alto, Boy Sibia tenor, with Gideon Mihazi, Samuel Mlangeni, and Owen Sikahani as bassists. They were all Linda's friends from Pomeroy. The group evolved from performances at weddings to choir competitions. Linda's musical popularity grew with the Evening Birds, who presented a very cool urban act that wears pinstripe suits, boiler hats, and dandy two-tone shoes. Mbube. I gotta read this part. I got to. After Linda started working at the Gallo Record Company's Rudenport plant in 1939 as a record packer, the Evening Birds were witnessed by company talent scout Griffith Mistelasola. Italian immigrant Eric Gallo owned what at the time was Sub-Saharan Africa's only recording studio in 1939. While recording a number of songs in the studio, Linda improvised the song Mumumbe Lion. That's what that means. Lion was a major success for Linda and the Evening Birds, reportedly selling more than 100,000 copies in South Africa by 1949. The recording was produced by Emma Stolly at the Gallo Recording Studios in Johannesburg. Linda sold the rights to Gallo Record Company for 10 shillings, less than $2. Soon after the recording was made, however, it is alleged that the British laws then in effect, those rights should have reverted to Linda's heirs 25 years after his death in 1962. In 1948, the Evening Birds disbanded, and a year later, Linda married Regina. While raising a family, he continued to perform. His song, Mumumbe, had made him well known in South Africa. Linda is credited with a number of musical innovations that came to dominate the Ishimataya style. And it says, instead of using one singer per voice part, the Evening Birds used a number of bass singers. He introduced the falsetto main voice, which incorporated female vocal texture into male singing. His group was the first known to use use striped suits to indicate that they were urban sophisticates. I love it. At the time, their bass singing retained some musical elements indicative of traditional choral music. Some of Linda's music can be interpreted as expressing political dissent. For example, I'm not gonna pretend that I can pronounce this, but it also means take off your hat. Gallo GE 887 recalls treatment by past office officials and ends with the words Sikhala Izwe Lakiti. I did pretty good on that one. We cry out for our country. Such expressions were an occasional feature of Mbumbe songs. Groups such as the Alexandrians were associated with the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union in Johannesburg. Man, this is amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm going to continue to read more and find out how in the hell this whole song made it to the United States. Wait a minute. I think I found it. Rediscovery, because there's a whole lot of stuff about his death. God bless his soul. He died of kidney failure. And it says in 2000, South African journalist Rian Malen wrote a feature article for the magazine Rolling Stone describing Linda's story and estimating that the song had, oh my God, earned 15 million US dollars for its use in the Lion King alone. Malan and the South African filmmaker Francois Verster cooperated to make a television documentary called A Lion's Trail that tells Solomon Linda's story, and which was screened by PBS in 2004 with the backing of the South African government and Gallo Records. Linda's descendants in South Africa sued the Walt Disney Company for its use in the Lion King movie and stage musical without paying royalties to them. The story of the lawsuit against Disney and the aftermath of the settlement is told in the 2019 Netflix documentary, The Lion's Share. Let's talk about the settlement, won't we? In February 2006, Linda's estate attained a legal settlement with Abilene Music Company, which had the worldwide rights and had licensed the song to Disney. What the hell? This settlement applies to worldwide rights, not just South African. Since 1987, the money will go to a trust to be administered by the South African, music rights CEO Nick Motatsi. A trial was scheduled to start on 21st of February 2006, but just before the trial, a settlement was reached between Linda's estate, Disney, and Abilene Music Company, the true defendant of the litigation, who had granted an indemnity to Disney when it licensed the use of The Lion Sleeps Tonight in The Lion King. The primary outcomes of the settlement were the estate was to receive payment for past uses of The Lion Sleeps Tonight and an entitlement to future royalties from its worldwide use. The Lion Sleeps Tonight was to be acknowledged as derived from Mwamumbe. Wow. Solomon Linda was to be acknowledged as a co-composer of The Lion Sleeps Tonight and to be designated as such in the future. A trust was to be formed to administer the estate's copyright in Mwamumbe and to receive on their behalf the payments due from the use of The Lion Sleeps Tonight. With that being said, there's really nothing left to be said tonight. Your girl Aniya A is about to shut it down. That's deep. That right there is classic as to what happens when you don't own the rights to your stuff. The man was hungry. He was bamboozled to selling his rights to this amazing song for 2 shillings, which I think is worth $1 or $2 in United States money. And what's so sad is this song made its way all the way from South Africa to the United States, where these people at Disney utilized his song and took complete authority over it. And as you can see now in 2020, we're noticing a major shift of people not backing down and taking what belongs to them and recovering what was stolen. So that's prime evidence of why we should always have our asses covered, our T's crossed, and our I's dotted. Understand also, this doesn't just go with music, this also goes with something called creative property, intellectual property. There's so many things. I know I was literally I was done dirty by somebody I trusted a long time ago, and now I trust nobody even more. Like, I had a problem with trusting people, but when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, as well as creative property, intellectual property especially, you must be very careful, because there are some real scammers out there and real assholes that are ready to take over what you think and what you create. So always, always, always do your best by writing stuff out, getting contracts, and making sure your assets, your creative and intellectual property is secured. And just take the extra step to learn whether or not you can, profit off of some of your greatest ideas. It's your girl Aniya A, and I'm so excited that we got to spend this time together. It's been a while. To support the show and to support me and the up and coming documentary, do me a favor, send me some money at Money Symbol, the Aniya A Show, on that good old Cash App. Thank you so much for tuning in. And listen, you'll never know what you're going to learn on the Aniya A Show, but tune in next week on Facebook and Instagram as we have much more to discuss. All right, it's your girl Aniya A, and I'm signing out for now. Sorry, I'm tired. See you guys on Monday. Bye. Oh, thank you, Beyonce. We love you.